All right, so as you can see, I am working on the 90 again, and the last few days I have been flushing the coolant out of it. Well, it was just water, trying to get it to clean up some because it was kind of brown and milky. Well, not milky, it was brown and kind of just nasty. It would sit, and then you could kind of see like there was a little bit of green antifreeze, but the second you ran it, it would get all brown and yucky. The overflow tank was full of mud, literally mud. I had to tear it apart and blow it all out. So I have run a bunch of water through it. I ran some radiator clean out through it, and everything was looking pretty good. And this morning I came out, and the radiator might be hard to see, but it had like 2 little pinholes in it, so it was leaking all down the front of it. So I don't know, I guess it was its time to go. But as I was taking it apart, the whole passenger side bracket wasn't even attached, so it was all loose and all messed up. Oh, there's the 2 leaks. It's on the front side. So yeah, so I went ahead and decided to go ahead and pull that out of there. It wasn't worth trying to patch. I just ordered a new one. It was like $53. And I figured since I had all this room, I'd go ahead and pull the thermostat housing and get a new thermostat. And I ordered a new water pump. That will be here tomorrow, so I got to finish taking this apart today, so that will be all ready. And while I have it all apart, I will run water through everything and try to get as much of the stuff out as possible. But yeah, you can see on the ground how much dirt. That's dirt, not rust. Just regular old dirt came out. So one step backwards. But yeah, I had a guy stop by the other day, and he said that I had a leak, but he was saying it was up here. I guess that was the leak on the front of the radiator. I just never saw it. So but yeah, other than that, the Jeep's been running great. No issues. I've had a lot of people just call and ask questions about it. But so yeah. So we'll get the pump off today, and then tomorrow the parts will come in and we'll start slapping that back together, and then we'll just wait for the radiator to show up, and that will be that. Alright, so while we're waiting for the thermostat and the water pump to come in, I also ordered thermostat housing. We are going to get this fan off, and then we'll get the belt off, and then we can get the water pump bolts and the 2 power steering bolts off that, and the last of the radiator hose. So let me go grab some tools, and then we'll start tearing this apart. Alright, so we need a 1/2 inch, because on this particular Jeep, they're standard. That one was sort of loose. Okay, we'll leave that one. Okay. Actually, they're coming off way easier than I expected them to. Okay. And alright, 4 bolts. There's that. Huh. That's not good. This one is shorter than it should be. That thing's wedged on there tight too. Yeah, I didn't know. Okay. So, what are we working as? 9/16. Okay, there's one. Oh, there's a bolt missing down here at the bottom. And let's see here. Oops. Get up on there. Damn it. Is that got a bolt behind it, or is that just spinning? No, it's got a bolt back there. Could be a 9/16. So let me go grab a deep 9/16 for the back. Alright, so I would say disconnect the battery, but I'm not taking the alternator all the way off. I just need to loosen it up, and my alternator is protected on the back side, so okay, so where else? That should be it. Is this? Of course it's. Okay, does that move at all? Alright, looks like I need to get a 1/2-inch drive socket, or a ratchet. Alright, so I got myself a 1/2-inch drive. Apparently one of my screws fell out. I'll have to figure that out someday. So let's see if this moves. Oh shit, hell no. Alright. So, what else is holding this? So that's loose. That one's loose. Maybe we need to loosen this other one here. That don't feel right. Oh, didn't even need it. Just needed to loosen everything up. Okay, let's get the belt out of here. Wow, this belt is stuck on there. Well, looks like this belt's in pretty good shape. So, not going to worry about that. Huh. I'm thinking this water pump might be bad. Because that's not the pulley moving. Yeah, it's the water pump shaft. Okay. So, I need to get that off. Yeah, that's not coming. Okay, so we're going to spray a little oil down here on the threaded section and see if we can give her a few love taps. Yeah, it's definitely not the pulley moving. Yeah, see, now that's starting to move. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So maybe it was time to replace that anyway, because that, I don't know if you can hear that, but that's pretty shot. Okay, so we have this hose, these two bolts holding the power steering pump in the way, and 1, 2, looks like 4 water pump bolts, and the hose is disconnected, so we're not going to worry about that. So I guess I could start with the hose. Get that. Shit. All right. Probably running than it was already quiet as it is, but considering how loud that is right now. Okay. Trying to get this loose enough. Wow, that is wedged up against something back there. Or is it just the... No, it's just the hose. Now I could cut this hose, or I could just leave it like that and get it when I get it off. Okay, so just smacked my finger on that. See, I was thinking it was this power steering pump that was rattling a little bit, because I believe that's my, yeah. There's a good chance the power steering pump shot too, but not gonna worry about that right this second. I got enough space, I think. That came off there pretty good, so I just need those 1/2 inch? Those are 1/2 inch. Okay. I mean, it kind of looks like it was weeping here a little bit. Okay. I sure weren't very tight, that's for sure. I mean, there was like no point where it felt like it was breaking free. It was just turning straight. Okay. Okay, so a long one. Okay, like this one's tight. Okay. Okay, and whoops, get on there. Oh shit! I thought it wasn't on there. It just wasn't. There was no. It wasn't tight at all. So one bolt out of all four were tight. So hands hurting. Yeah. Okay, so it seems like just this one was a long one. Yeah, it's not even not connected. Okay, so three regular ones, one long one. And yeah, I'm gonna say this pump pretty gross. Okay, let's see if I can get this off of here. That's pretty nasty. This hose is something else. Okay. It's got a lot of side to side and in and out play. So yeah, that one's done. Let's go ahead and get this hose off of here. It's a little swollen here on the end from, I'm pretty sure I saw some drips from the power steering pump. Not a lot of drips, just a few, but it doesn't take a whole lot sometimes to, yeah, that's all, that's oil. All right. So, well, now I don't remember if the pump I ordered had the part built in, or if I'm gonna have to take this one out. I'll probably end up having to take this one off. But we will run that through the wire wheel just to clean up any rust so we can get a good surface. Yeah, who knows? It looks like they didn't ever put coolant in it. It just had water in it. But yeah, it's not too bad. All right, so now we're just gonna wait for some parts. But while I'm waiting for some parts, I'm gonna go ahead and stick the hose up in here and flush out any stuff that might still be just floating around, just to get any dirt and crap, because there's no reason to leave that in there. So we'll flush everything out, and that way when the parts get here, we'll be ready to start reassembling. Okay, so I fleshed out the thermostat housing, which flushes out the block. Let that run for a good 20-30 minutes. All the ugly brown water came out, and now we're only getting clear water. I also ran water through this hose, and it came out this hose, and it came out brown at first, and then we got a clear. Dog's going apeshit because of the cat. So I know that it needs a front main seal, and I'm right here, so I guess I'm going to order up a front main seal and do that while I'm in here. That way it's just one less thing. Other than that, I don't think the rear was leaking. It looked pretty dry, so it looks like it's just this. So I figure since I'm here, I might as well do it. So I'm going to go inside, order some parts, wait for the pump to come in, and then once I get the pump in, I'll clean this all up and start installing it. It's pretty clean. I will take a scraper to it just to make sure that anything's off of there. What else? Yeah, I think that's about it. I am a little concerned about this hose. It's really soft. This one's not so bad, but this one here is just really gummy. You can see it's a little bit swollen right there. And it goes back to a cut-in drain purge valve. So I could just replace about 3 feet of that and call it good. That way I could at least get the right hose on there. We'll see. Yeah, I don't think that's been changed. That actually probably is factory. Does that say 9004? That number repeats right there. So EPOM52 something. There's a bunch of numbers that are kind of rubbed out. I don't know. All right, I'll probably end up getting a hose too, because it's easy to do while it's out. Okay, well, let me go order some parts and we'll just pick this up when the new pump comes in. I'll get that done, and then I'll pull the harmonic balancer and get it ready for a new seal.